Am I the a-hole for refusing to hand over my college fund for my little sister's surgery? I am the oldest kid in my family, 17M. My parents have to bio kids, me and my 12-year-old sister, and they adopted my 4 other siblings. I had dozens of foster siblings over the years as well. My parents have struggled to make time and have the money for all of us. It has meant a lot of sacrificing, mostly on my part. My parents were able to make sure all my younger siblings had at least one activity outside of school to do, but they never did that for me. I was forced to play football when I was 5, but by the time I was 7, my parents had started fostering, and I was no longer doing that. My siblings all get to do something they like. Cora does dance, for example. Some of my other siblings are in music classes. The younger kids were also prioritized with school field trips, so they always got to go while I haven't since I was 6. The last time I asked was when I was about 9, and my parents told me to work for the money to pay. My grandparents found out what they said and gave me the money, and my parents took it off me to use for the household. My grandparents were so mad at them for that. They delayed my tonsil surgery by 2 years because they prioritized 2 foster kids and 2 of my siblings' surgeries over mine. My grandparents saw how much I was getting the short end of everything with my parents, and they set up a college fund for me. It's a lot of money and really caught me off guard. My parents know about it but cannot access it. They only know because of a fight with my grandparents over the lack of saving for my future when they have saved something for my siblings. My parents said the money my grandparents saved should be divided equally because $350,000 is a lot to save for one grandchild when you have multiple. That money is still there and I have plans for it. But my youngest sister is 5 and she needs a pretty major stomach surgery. She's had a lot of health troubles since her birth, and my parents have paid a lot of money on her medical expenses. They were told this surgery could turn her life around and give her a chance at living with less pain and stomach complications. It could give her a more normal childhood because she can't do a lot. They don't have the money for the surgery and they want me to give them the money to pay for it and the expenses afterward. They said they need $270,000 for the whole thing, and maybe they can give some of it back, but they might need even more if stuff gets more complicated. I told them they couldn't have that money and they lost it and told me I was being selfish, and I argued back that they take from me all the time. I asked why they didn't take the money they saved for all my siblings and use that. Why does it have to be mine? They said I was putting college before my sister's future and accused me of being unwilling because she's my sister through adoption and not my bio sister. Am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole. Can you move in with your grandparents? You're 17 and your parents have never prioritized you. They won't pay you back. And if you stay, they will guilt you until you give them the money. And then they will continue to treat you like crap.
OP replied,
I hadn't really thought of that as an option, to be honest.
How are they allowed to foster when they can't care for the children they already have? That's fishy. This money is for you, and I'm so glad they can't access it because I'm sure it would already be gone. Please don't let them pressure you and steal your future.
OP replied,
They were doing fine before they started fostering. Once they started is when the struggles started.